Hello everyone, welcome to Hook, Line and Sinker and our epic lap of Australia. Andrew, today we find ourselves in a city once famous for its cattle, but increasingly now for fish.
Nick, this is the Fitzroy River. It has a very good story to tell, and we're going to take you today to Spot X, a secret spot where we will catch barramundi. Hey, guys, you're on!
Oh,
that's a better cod.
Look at that cod.
That's a better cod on the swim, mate.
That's a big fish.
Yeah! This is what it's all about, having a bar crusher like this driving around the country.
Look at that. It's only Greenpeace we're here.
Ding!
Clip up. If you fall in the water, you do that sort of thing. Look at that.
Oh, look at the size of it! Oh, look at the size of it! This week's destination of the week is Rockhampton, one of Queensland's oldest cities. Rocky is home to a bunch of big bulls, some beautiful old buildings, and is on the banks of the mighty Fitzroy River, which is the largest river to flow into the eastern coast of Australia. And that's where we will fish.
This destination of the week is brought to you by the almighty Isuzu D-Max. Powered by a 3-litre turbo diesel engine, it's got the grunt to tow our 780 bar crusher with 3.5-tonne towing across the 4x4 range, which is lucky because currently we are on a lap of Australia.
Yep, we started in Melbourne and have so far made our way up the east coast to central Queensland, where we are starting to target new and exciting species in the warmer climes. Rightio, well the man who's going to show us around this magnificent river is this man, Lockie Reid, mate. Welcome back to Hook, Line and Sinker. Mate, the Fitzroy, it's got a bit of a story, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. It has got a story. There's the fishery's coming back online now after the netting stopped about 5 years ago.
Yes. Now this is a good point. So prior to this, it was sort of a free-for-all, and we had commercial netters in here.
We did, yeah. So the commercial netters were chasing the barra and threadfin mainly, which really impacted the stocks in the river. But they're coming back now. It's stopped, and yeah, it's a great fishery.
All right, so we're going to say it's a great fishery. We have literally one day to fish it on our road trip, which doesn't give us a lot of time. But what can we expect?
Well, hopefully we can find some barra this morning.
Yeah.
There's been a few around in town, but it is cool, so they're going to be a little bit hard to catch, I think. But failing that, we'll go and chase some threadfin, or on top of that, we'll chase some threadfin. So.
Righto, well it sounds good. Barramundi, this is the first time we've fished for barramundi on our road trip. We are getting north. There's crocodiles here too.
There is crocs here, we might go and find some later.
Yeah, we are getting north. Good. We started fishing Lockie's favourite spot, right underneath the main bridge in town. The locals waved at us and yelled out support as they walked to work. We started casting. Things looked promising on the sounder. The side scan showing several barras just sitting there. Now all we had to do was get them to eat. Hey, you've done it. Oh, you have done it too, Lockie. Well done. And that tide was slowing down, and I saw you switch lures, mate, from the fish trap to what?
Sometimes that's a little live cherubin, mate. So sometimes if these fish are a little bit shut down, it's not a bad fish either.
No,
it's not a bad fish by any stretch.
That is unbelievable. And you've only had a few casts with that. And the fact is, we've been probably peppering this area for, it's a good fish.
It's a nice fish.
Peppering this area for sort of an hour or so without success. And we just moved back over where we thought the fish were, and sure enough, they were still there on the sounder.
They were, mate. That'd be one of those fish we saw sitting there, that sort of 65 centimetres, maybe 70, that fish. But
yes, and that gave us enough confidence just to come back, and you said about 5 minutes ago, this is us, just don't leave fish to find fish. Sure enough, you have done it. Oh no. Right. Well done. Well done, mate.
There's a nice little rocky barra for you.
A rocky Fitzroy River barra. Look how silver and pretty he is. There's that little lure.
Yeah, that's a little Xeric live cherubin, so a nice small little lure. If the fish are shut down a bit in this cool water,
yeah,
you can go to a smaller lure and get the bite.
You were basically doing nothing with that lure, just
that's right, exactly. Letting it run down with the current just over that rock bar, and yeah.
And he smashed it.
And he smashed it. That's right.
We might put one of those lures on.
Might put one of those on.
We'll get a few of them on and see if we can get some more fish, eh?
Let's have a look at this beautiful fish. And there he is, another one for the species list of hook, line and sinkers lap around Australia, mate. Well done. That's just fantastic. They are an iconic Australian fish out of the middle of town here in Rockhampton.
Unreal, isn't it?
And that's a nice salty barra, you know.
Yeah.
No wonder they used to catch them in here to sell them and eat them.
Yeah.
That'd eat pretty well, wouldn't
That
it?
would eat
Oh,
superb,
absolutely.
wouldn't it?
Yeah.
They're clean, aren't they?
Yeah, beautiful.
Clean and silver and yellow tail. Righto.
We quickly changed lures, trying to copy exactly what Lockie was doing, but it didn't work.
Another one.
Oh no! You're unbelievable.
You've got the touch. You've got the touch now. This is unbelievable. This is good. We haven't seen this fish yet. Oh, it's a good one.
Another nice barra.
fish.
Yeah.
It's another nice fish that's going off. That net again. How about this? And the thing is, Lockie, you're onto your second barra now. There's a few other guys fishing here, you know, fishing with bait. And I haven't seen a barra caught. But this technique is going pretty well.
It is. That's another nice fish. Yeah.
Beautiful fish. Well done. Well done indeed.
It's his twin.
You're the
twin
master.
brother.
You are the master, Lock.
Another one.
Yeah.
You're kidding me. You're unbelievable.
This
Little
is
one.
getting ridiculous now. You can net your own. Because that's 3 from 3.
Yeah, that's 3 from 3, Drew.
That's 3 from 3, Nick.
Yeah, that's
Where do you go now? I mean, we're so far down and just
3 from 3.
we're nowhere.
A little bit.
Yeah, do you know the hand?
Nah, it's
Stay
all
in the
right.
game. Stay in the game, Drew. Drop your head.
Oh, no, I'm not dropping it. I'm very excited. Because it will happen. Still to come today, Nick restores some HLS pride on the Fitzroy, and we continue rolling up the road to the beautiful Whit Sundays for another action-packed hook, line and sinker camping adventure.
If you love hook, line and sinker, then don't let the magic end when the show does.
You can find us on Facebook and Instagram, constantly posting updates and videos about our adventures.
There we go! Holy!
Feel free to join in the conversation, post stories and pictures of your greatest catches, and keep up to date with where we've been and where we're going. Oh, look at the size of it! Oh, look at the size of it!
So jump online today and become part of the hook, line and sinker team. Welcome back to the show where you find us fishing right in the heart of Rockhampton's CBD. The mighty Fitzroy River is fast becoming one of the best places in the country to catch barramundi.
Now, you need confidence in what you're doing and confidence that it will work, because we sat there for a good hour or hour and a half catching nothing, but you sort of knew we were in the game, didn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. We saw those fish on the screen.
Yes. So that's the point. We've got the big Humminbird Solix here with down imaging, side imaging on, and barra seem to sound out really well.
They do. They're one of the best fish to sound out. They're so easy. They show up really clearly.
Yeah.
And there's no denying what they are when you see them.
No, so we found them on the sounder. There they are. We used them in coda to anchor to spot lock just sort of off them, and we bombarded them with lures until they decided to eat, in which case you caught 3 in like 3 casts. But now, just going over the same rock,
Yeah, they're gone.
there's nothing on there. So, we find some more. That means we can have a little rest, dogs, because we've been working hard this morning. As we rested, it appeared the fish were resting too. Lockie scanned and scanned, but the river appeared quiet as the tide picked up pace, until finally a few images of fish appeared.
Fish on.
Oh, it's not a huge fish. It's not a huge fish, but it's a fish,
It's a
dogs.
threadfin.
and it
That's what
puts
we're
us on
talking
the
about.
board.
Well done, Drew.
We've just snuck back from the bridge a little bit, and Lockie, you're seeing some fish on the sounder, which you're saying are threadfin salmon. Because
Absolutely.
not only does he see them on the sounder,
Yes.
he identifies them.
Yes.
That's a barra, that's a barra. Oh, these are threadies. Look, the fork in his
The
tail.
fork tail.
And look,
The sounder will show the fork in the tail.
there is a
Really?
threadfin salmon. Amazing, this.
Yeah, amazing.
Amazing form of fishing, way of fishing, technique.
Yes.
What didn't exist 5 years
Everything
ago.
has come together pretty well, hasn't it? You know, like it's all working together nicely.
Now these things get huge in this river. How big? What your mate got one? How big?
Yeah, $1.50 last week. So.
$1.50, right. Well, he's got a bit of growing to do, but I reckon we can. And do you get barra with these as well?
You do, yeah. There'll be
schools.
some barra sitting in there. We've seen a few come through, so.
You've just, there's barra.
Yeah,
barra.
that's right.
Ready. There's shark. It's amazing. We kept fishing without much success until the tide slowed once again. It was time to head back to the bridge and see if anyone was home.
And what a surprise, Lockie caught another fish. This was becoming embarrassing.
Oh, you're just very good at this.
Yeah, really good at it.
Very good at this. And look at that nice chrome barra. Sparkling in the sunlight. That is fantastic. And once again, I know we go on about it, same old story, saw them on the sounder, stopped, click, few casts, but bang. Well done, mate.
Lockie had caught 4 beautiful chrome wintertime barramundi. We had caught none, but then finally I got a bite.
Fish on. Oh, not a bad fish,
nice
not a
one
bad
too.
fish either. Jump like that. It's a huge fish. It's a good fish, it's a good fish. Oh, come here. Right, just calm down, mate, calm down, mate. Stop talking, shut up, man. All right, Lockie, what's the go here? Just sort of
Yeah, just
play
take it
him out?
nice and easy on him, mate. If he jumps, try and get your rod tip down.
Yep,
You want to try and keep his head under the water if you
yes.
can.
Righto. He might be going to come up again, no. All right, now you just came and gave me a talking to. You said all I was doing was very, very subtle, moving the lure, just sort of lifting it up over a rock and letting it flutter back down. So I basically stopped imparting any of my action to my lure, and then a fish ate it. So there is something in that. A lot of my success this time around in the lap has been coming with the do-nothing technique. Oh, that's a big fish. That's a big fish. Yeah! Yes, my man. Yes.
Well done, mate.
Thank you. Well done, you. Bloody hell. Can I say that? I can't say that. I beg your pardon. Bloody hell. That's outstanding. Whew. Fitzroy River. There you go. How about it?
Turning it on.
Righto, well, there we go. That is a substantial barramundi from the Fitzroy River. Very happy with that. There is a Xeric live cherubin, Lockie, in the corner of his mouth.
That's a live cherubin, mate, yep.
And they do the business. That is a very handy barra lure, plus many other species as well. But we've got to do the numbers on this fish.
Oh, 84, mate.
84? No, that's a great fish. I'm very happy with that. That's awesome.
No, that's
That's
awesome.
a big fish.
That's a beautiful
It
fish,
does.
mate.
It's a big fish. I mean, what's your best out of here?
Best out of here's 99.
Righto, okay. Good. This is good. That's the main road. Good? Great, yeah. At our secret spot. Don't tell anyone. No, don't tell anyone. It's the main road. There you have it. Thanks to abandoning commercial fishing, the Fitzroy River is fast becoming one of Australia's best saltwater barramundi and threadfin salmon fisheries. We entice these cold water wintertime barra with small Xeric lures, and fish to fish we could see clearly on the Hummingbird Solix, an amazing bit of technology that really makes the difference.
If you are going to make the trip to the Fitzroy, and we highly recommend you do, then the best place to stay is here at Rocky's newest hotel, Corty's Resort.
With plenty of room for boat parking, the resort offers beautifully appointed rooms, a pool and a steakhouse. What more could you ask for? Visit cortys.com.au and book your barra fishing adventure today. Now, still to come, we are back on the road. For a bit anyway. There's no way we could drive past the Whitsundays. If you would like to dig a little deeper into the when, where and how, plus all the latest gear to use, look no further than the team at Wilson Fishing. He's a good fish. Look at him go!
A family-owned Australian fishing company, Wilson have the online resources to help you catch more fish more often.
Oh, mate, look at this thing. It's gold.
It's unbelievable.
Xeric Zeppelins.
Well done. Subscribe for your free online magazine, Redefine the Game.
Yes, double booyah! Nice.
Explore countless action-packed YouTube tutorials.
It's 80! That's a beast! That is what fishing is about, is catching things like that in places like this. Absolutely awesome.
And stay up to date via social media for news from all the brands that make Wilson fishing great. Welcome back to Hook, Line and Sinker, where you find us on the road trip of a lifetime. We are towing our 7.8 metre bar crusher right the way around the country. Before the break, we were in Rockhampton. Now we've decided to stop some 500 k's further up the Bruce Highway, and why wouldn't we?
Fair to say this journey has taken us to some remarkable places, but perhaps none more than here.
Nick, we've just arrived in the Whitsundays, and I think this is a great place to stop for a while and have a fish. There are fish here too. Check out this. This is a pilchard floating down here, and that is a big GT. This is a green zone, so no fishing here, but let's see if there's any fish out there in the yellow zone. After a quick swim,
Stop throwing pilchards at me. It could be a tiger shark.
Imagine that. How good would that be?
we headed off away from the green zone and all of the fish into a picturesque bay to start fishing.
What have you got?
Not a huge fish. Not a bad fish, actually.
What have you got on?
I've got a
wire?
fish trap on a Zerrick fish trap.
Good, good, good.
Just fishy, a very light one. It's a very light rod.
Now, we're trying to keep this real, Andrew, in terms of, you know, say, for example, your bear boater who might come and do it. Coral trout.
There he is.
38 centimetres?
No.
No.
But we'll get one.
So we haven't got expert help.
No.
We haven't even got the book 100 Magic Miles, which is the Bible if you're cruising around up here.
No.
And it's kind of one of the sort of first times we've ever been let loose in our own boat in these sort of tropical waters, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know that we've ever really done this before.
No, look at that. They are a beautiful fish.
They are
We need one that's 39 centimetres, or 38 and a half I'm taking.
Yes.
38.2.
Yes, is a keeper today.
Because they're superb eating. Rightio. And
All right.
so there's the little lure. The little fish trap, just fished around the rocks and the reef here.
Yep.
If we hook a massive one, I'll probably get dusted, but you're going to drop a bait
I'll
down?
drop a bait down there.
Righto.
Good.
How nice is this?
I mean, look at it, would you? Got him, better. Yes, very good.
Just got to get him out, dogs.
Yes.
Got to get him out. No, never was going to get him out. That's the trouble. You see, that's the trouble.
You're on the horns of a dilemma, aren't you?
Yes.
Really, you're in a catch-22.
I know
Go heavier, don't catch him.
Although he didn't bust me off. I'll keep going. That was dinner.
We went to the supermarket and we did buy stuff, like sausages and stuff. But that would be a massive cop-out in a place like this. Don't you think?
Massive cop-out.
Massive.
Sausages.
Come here and eat sausages. Given we were let loose and on our own, we figured as well as having a fish, we might as well have a look around. This is, after all, the Whitsundays, the cruising capital of Australia. So we'd motor around exploring, then fish for a bit, then keep exploring.
Heavier, better?
Oh, yeah. Oh. Not so much now, though. No, it's good to begin with and then Trout. Trout. It's getting closer to the size required. Closer, ever closer, Drew. Fish were plentiful but small until finally something decent jumped on. That's a better fish.
Good fish, good fish.
That's a better fish. Get him up, get him up.
Oh, good fish, good fish, good fish, big fish. Oh, what is this?
What is that?
I don't know, this is a good fish. Oh, right.
Righto.
Net.
Winning, winning.
Well, I've got him up somewhat. Oh, no, I haven't, have I? Yes, I have, I don't know. It's a good fish. Net.
Net.
Let's hope it's edible.
Net.
Oh, no, he's smoking me.
Hang in there, hang tough.
Oh, he's got me on the bottom.
Where is it?
We might need to turn the boat around or something. It's a big shark now.
A big shark, Drew.
It's a big shark now. It wasn't. It's gone.
Well, that's something.
We had our dinner, taken from us.
Out of the mouths of babes.
Righto, back to it. Being sharked was a bit disappointing, but what a playground we were in and what a boat to enjoy it. We kept exploring with the occasional cast here and there. Oh, better fish, better fish, better fish.
Good work, you, Drew. Just working back, working your fish trap back into a bit of sort of foul ground and, you know, corally stuff in there.
Yep.
Yes.
This is a keeper. This is a keeper.
Yes, yes, yes.
I might need some eddy moving.
Let's do that. That's exciting.
It's a red throat and it's, what do they have to be?
38.
He's easily 38.
He's 38 every single day of the week, Drew. Well done.
Fish trap, the zero fish trap. If you only had one lure.
Yes, you're saying that's the one for you.
One lure, that's the one for me.
Look at that. Not before time.
No, we're right, we're good.
Yeah.
Time doesn't matter up here.
Look, I know that. I know that.
Everyone's just cruising around at 3 or 4 knots.
Yes.
Not 30 knots.
No.
No. Time doesn't matter. Dinner.
Funny old boat over there. Beautiful eating fish.
Oh.
Glorious fish these are.
Stick around after the break. It's camping, hook, line and sinker style.
When it comes to high-end teaching facilities, the Australian Maritime College has few rivals, and it's not just the hardware that sets AMC apart. The teaching staff is a cross-section of industry professionals from around the world.
I've worked on anything from 400,000 tonne crude oil carriers down to the smallest of anchor handlers at about 50 metres.
That level of practical insight gives AMC lecturers the all-important ability to speak from experience.
It usually comes out in stories about what's happened and things we've experienced, so putting the actual real-life twist onto their training, it helps them to realise that we're not just telling them because it's in a book, it's telling them because we've actually had that experience happen to us. If I knock that one off, that one gives extra thrust, and then bring this one up again, we can slow down and stop quite quickly.
The real-world experience is a continuing theme at AMC. The college has a range of training vessels in which students can practice their craft.
Anything from a 5.5 metre aluminium with twin 50 outboards up to our River Esco, which is a ex-prawn trawler, and they get all the way through the different styles and types of boats, so they're getting that wide range of experience.
So if you have a passion for the water, check out all the Australian Maritime College has to offer at amc.edu.au. Welcome back to the show, where we are taking a well-earned break from our road trip with a stop in the beautiful Whitsunday Islands. So far, we've caught dinner and driven around in this boatie's paradise. Now, that's quite something to see. We're just having Well, we were just travelling through here to get to our next fishing spot.
The whales are here, dogs.
The whales are here, Drew. Look at that. And they were a little ways off, so we stopped and we thought, oh, we'll get a nice shot. And they just came barrelling toward us.
Yeah.
There's a lot of whales here in the Whitsundays.
Not many fish for us yet, though, is there?
No, if only we ate whale. Because there's a heap of them.
I'm not sure you can even say that in this day and age.
2 would be all right as a bag limit.
Yeah, bag limit of 2 whale per person.
Jokes.
Per person.
Jokes. Love the whales. Love the whales.
Pretty cool. We fished on, catching plenty, but nothing of any size. And as the sun started to get low in the sky, we decided it was time to make camp. The big, beautiful bar crusher, we could sleep on her, but we figure that it might be more comfortable and more of an adventure to make camp on the beach. We've got swags, dogs, and we've also done all the right things.
Excuse me. Yep.
There are rules.
Yes,
I
you
never
hate
really
rules.
like rules,
No.
but I can cop this rule. $6.55 per person.
To
is the
camp.
permit to camp.
On, what's this
Hook
one?
Island.
Hook Island.
And this is Maureen's Cove we booked into. I think we'll get a table this evening.
Now, interestingly enough, Maureen's Cove, I was talking to the lady at the Big W this morning when we were vitulling up, and she
Yes.
said Maureen was a lady who lived in the Whitsundays.
Yep.
She was the first person responsible for getting a no fishing zone in the Whitsundays.
So that source has come from Big W.
Yeah, yeah,
Your
yeah.
information's from the
Yes.
lady in Big W.
Yes.
I mean, it's better than Wikipedia.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
There are little moorings here. Obviously, you know, bear boating and whatever else.
Yep.
People do this a lot.
Here's our map. Green, no fishing. Yellow, fish all you like. And these spots here is where we'll fish.
There's a beautiful little close mooring in there to the beach that will be ours for the evening. How good's this?
It's pretty good. It's a pretty nice spot.
Oh. All right, there is our mooring. They're blue moorings, Andrew. Is that okay? Is that kosher? You can't hear me, but just little moorings here, there,
got it.
everywhere.
Got the mooring.
Oh, sorry about that. Just be aware you're bending over. Don't bend over too far.
Thank you.
People don't like it, you don't like it, your wife doesn't like it.
No
you
one
gotta do a
likes it.
bridle.
I can't do it now. I can't bend over.
No, do a little bridle.
Well, how?
Yes, that's right. I think that could go under, but anyway.
Don't backchat me about boats.
No.
I know boats.
What are you doing now?
Getting more line.
No, go the other side of that.
No.
No, go the other side of that first
No.
pass you made. There you go.
Well, that's what do you mean?
Well,
there you go.
can do if you do it on the first time, you don't need to do the third loop. It's good now, though.
Pants falling down again.
That other one, unhook it from the cleat.
I'm hooking from the coat. No, bending over.
You've made a little bridle there, is what you've done.
Unhook it, you made a little bridle there with what you've done. Oh, don't get gaffed in the face.
Well, I need to watch you like a hawk now. Like a hawk. You're an idiot.
All the super yachts and whatnot they've actually got garages, and they open the garage and there's like 4 different tenders, wave runners. Pretty cool stuff. All the yachts are towing around, nice sort of rigid inflatables with outboards.
And we're no similar, Drew. We have a garage here on the fishing weapon here. And yes, the return of the not so rigid inflatable to hook, line and sinker.
Oh, it's wet.
Well, you'll see how the box is somewhat damaged. We got
Yep.
a 50% discount.
Yep, and there's a good tip for people.
Yes.
This was a large chain that sell things.
Yep.
And there were good box, good box, good box. That box was hidden. We took it up to the front counter and we said,
You'll never sell this.
you won't sell it. We're doing you a favour.
Yes. 50% off. This is the Zambezi
B200.
B200, which is an
Two-person.
inflatable tender. There's that part of it, That's something to do with it. And so is that. And this is how we make our way from the crusher to where you live.
Into more rooms.
Yep. Okay.
Would have been better probably if it wasn't wet in there.
Well, it's going to be wet soon enough.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this part, you do that part. How did you get to this point in your life?
Oh, this is good.
Oh no, don't let it all out.
No. Just in that situation, don't panic. No need to panic. I see a lot of people in that situation go, it's going, and they go, and because they panic, it all just runs out.
Yeah. You've seen that a lot, have you? You're developing into a lovely know-it-all. Turn the pump rather than the hose.
I turn the pump rather than the hose. Talk about know-all.
You've got a kink.
Talk about know-all.
You've got a little kink
Yeah.
there.
Turn the pump rather than the hose.
You've got a kink in your hose there, knowledge.
Still working, hasn't it?
You've probably seen that before, have you? I'm not surprised they sold us that for half price, because full price would be a crime. Have you got shoes on? Have you got your shoes on? It looks a bit corally.
You got shoes on? You got shoes on? Yeah. Put your rope over there, over the other side.
It's a bit corally.
And look at this, it's a campsite just for us.
And that was like clockwork, that. I mean, a little bit of preparation goes a long way, doesn't it, Drew?
Yep, I bought this from Big W this morning.
You've
I
got
went for price point.
Yeah.
Rather than look.
That was the most expensive one.
No, it was not.
Got an extraordinary eye, like a sort of a parakeet or something. You're drawn to bright, garish colours.
Thing. But I've got this awesome swag. You've got one too.
Yeah.
We're going to camp here somewhere.
Like here.
Like right here.
Yeah. It's not really dirt.
No. Look at that, job done. Waterproof, mozzie proof. Better night's sleep you'll never have. Are you bending over or you just got a bit of back out there? It's not even really a bend that's coming out.
Thank you.
Well, I'm happy with that one. Makes me a little bit happy.
This is pretty good, isn't it?
Yep.
What have you got in your bag?
Nothing. Clothes. Not much. You don't need much. Climate's beautiful. Shorts, shirts, toiletry bag, brush. The Whitsundays is a boater's paradise. We found the fishing a bit slow, but the area does produce great fishing for Spanish mackerel, GTs, coral trout, and most other tropical speedsters. Look, here's me on a bareboat with the wife and kids catching a little marlin. We decided to camp in the area, but a much more comfortable option is to stay in Early Beach here at Marina Shores. Offering picturesque apartments and holiday units, Marina Shores is on the waterfront and right next to the boat ramp, so you can head off and enjoy all the Whitsundays has to offer. Now after the break, it's back to 1969 as we continue with our project boats. Project boat time on Hook, Line and Sinker, and we're attempting to make the numbers add up while each refurbishing an old Haynes Hunter.
Yes, thanks to the on-water money experts at Yamaha Motor Finance, this is Project Boats on a budget. Project boats. Everywhere you look, there are project boats, and here in Duigan in Gippsland in Victoria to check in with Australia's most important project boat restoration, the mighty V19. Last time we saw the classic V19, she'd had the rotted wooden subfloor and transom removed and rebuilt with Thermalite, a stronger, lighter, non-rotting alternative. We'd also filled the boat with foam to add buoyancy, stiffness and strength. Now there's been further progress. A man who has been doing good works is this gentleman, Mick Taranto from Gippsland Composites. Mate, have a look at this. There has indeed been progress.
Yeah, there's been quite a bit of progress since you were here last. We've reinforced the transom.
Yep.
We've gone full Thermalite rear deck area.
Yes.
Which has given you plenty of space for your rod holders, fuel fillers, access to a nice big access to your live bait tank.
This used to be a stern drive boat. It is no longer a stern drive boat.
Now the whole engine well's designed for your new 200 Yami that you're putting on. So you should have plenty of room.
I think it looks good. It looks modern. It looks new. It looks functional. Can I get in?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to have a look at what we've got in here. Oh, we're going to get a window in the bait tank, Mick. I like that.
Yeah, well, you need to have something to look at in between the bites, don't you?
This is the window area here.
Window here for your viewing.
Put a light in there.
Oh, I thought you'd like that, yeah, put a light in.
I might even put a teak top on it.
Well, we've got to put some teak to match the windscreen, so I reckon it's a great idea.
Very nice. So that's going to be good. This is a proper fishing boat's workstation now, isn't it?
Exactly. You've got full access to everything you need.
So all the electrics and fuel filters and pumps,
battery switches, all that sort of stuff can be hidden there safely out of the way, so it can't get in the way at any stage.
Heaps of room for rod holders, etc. there. A big bait prep station here, cutting board over the top.
Yeah, get a custom-made bait tank.
So we've got big fuel tank here, obviously, the St. Marine.
180 litre from St. Marine.
And so that's a plastic tank?
Yeah, roto-moulded plastic tank.
And just far to that, Mick, because you can never have too much storage in a boat, is another nice little...
Yeah, it's semi-wet area, I guess, too, but...
put my lunch in there.
You could put your lunch in there.
My captain's hat.
Your captain's hat, you'll have that on.
Oh, I would say, yes, all right, yeah. My megaphone. Yeah. All right, so we're getting close. We are getting very, very close, and it's exciting because this boat is really starting to shape up. With the back of the boat coming together nicely, it's time to give some thought to the front, and this is the toughest part to get right. This beautiful old 1968, we think, Haynes Hunter V19R throws up some challenges. When this boat was built, all boats pretty much, you sat down here on a little back-to-back seat and you couldn't sit up, and it was very hard to ride in. We're going to raise this up so you can stand at the helm. Yeah, we'll make it a nice, comfortable standing position. Yeah. And in doing that, we need to achieve enough room to fit the modern electronics that no doubt you'll be putting in. Yep. So, so big sounders and screens have got to go in here somewhere. We want to keep this old teak screen just because we think it's a nice thing. This is beautiful. We can't get rid of this. No, I like it. But so Mick, we're going to raise, basically come up. I was thinking of bringing that whole step up, so raise from there. Yeah, come up on that angle. Yeah, come from that angle. Yeah. So in turn it'll come back to here, but lift the whole height up and back. Yeah. Mick's been showing me some mock-ups of the deck and the screen. What do you reckon? Looks silly and I couldn't care less. But stick with us after the break because Project Try Hunter is all happening and the rebuild is about to kick off. YMI offers peace of mind cover for all Yamaha customers. New for old replacement on mechanical and electrical components and motors regardless of age, and a host of other benefits not available anywhere else. Yamaha Motor Insurance is the ultimate in pleasure craft protection at competitive rates. Ask your local Yamaha dealer about YMI today. Project Boat's on a budget now, and this is the east coast of Tasmania, home to the Haynes Hunter Tri-Hunter 170. So far, I've opened her up, removed the rotten transom stringers and floor, and for the past few days have been tirelessly grinding out the inside in preparation for the rebuild to begin. It is time now to rebuild the Tri-Hunter. It obviously needs a new transom. This is one piece of that transom. We're going to go with 45mm transom. Now this is just plywood. You might think to yourself, wow, plywood, it's going to hold a big donk on the back of this engine. But what about this? This is structural plywood. It's not even marine ply. That saves money, you see. Structural ply, about half the price of marine ply. It's all going to be sealed anyway. It's going to be good for another 50 years. All right, so here's another bit, mate. Talk to me about putting in a transom. What are we doing?
We put the first one in while you're away.
Yep.
So you put down, once it's all prepped up, put a layer of glass down first. Wet out the back of your plywood and put your plywood in, and you have to clamp it and screw it. And I usually put some holes in it too, so when you clamp it down, all the resin runs through the holes and helps it bond better together as well.
Rightio, and so we're going to go with 3 bits of this ply?
Yep, 3 lots of 15, so be around 50mm thick when it's all finished. Good. Nice and strong.
Let's do it.
It's a little bit of a process. First, I cut the fiberglass mat to fit. Then I mix some resin and give the ply in the boat a good coat. After that, the mat goes in and I wet that down. Then I use a little roller to get all the air out. I'm quite particular. When that's done, time for another sheet of ply and repeat the process. Eventually, it's all clamped together and fully awesome. Well, this all looks pretty good.
Yeah, transom's all in now, so
3 bits of what? 15?
15 mil ply,
45 mil.
55 mil sort of thick when it's all finished.
Yeah, right, with all the glass over.
Yeah, all the glass over it, and then we'll start measuring, cut the stringers out, get them all tacked in and glued in, and start glassing.
Yeah,
and
so first stringer right here.
Yep.
Look at this. Outstanding. Look, I've got a measuring tape. For driving it around here, on your side there.
down the back,
Yeah.
past the platform, and
I went off to celebrate the new transom at a gala dinner, but next day was back on the tools bright and early. Michael was also there for some mentoring. Oh, this is very exciting. After the hours of itch and burn and grinding, it is time now to reconstruct, to build, and there is the smell of resin in the air. Michael, today's the day, mate, that we're going to set the stringers into place.
yeah, we're going to glue them back into place and make some Pro Bond, which is just resin and industrial talc.
Yeah, rightio.
Make a glue and put that in there and then bed the stringers into it so they're nice and solid.
And it goes hard, doesn't it?
Yeah, it goes like concrete, it goes rock hard so they
Yes,
don't
it
move.
does.
Yeah.
Rightio. So the transom is in. That was 3 bits of ply. The stringers we have just cut out of ply again.
Yeah, just structural CD ply.
Yep.
Yep.
And I noticed that you were grinding them all back. What was that for?
Just to prep the surface up to help the glass bond to the plywood, so if you don't, sometimes it won't stick, and then
Yeah, rightio.
you get it all glassed up and it's a waste of time. So
All right. So there is a bit to this, but at the end of the day, it's also pretty simple. It's just stringers, plywood. In they go. We're going to sort of glue them in place with this stuff,
Yeah.
and then we're going to fiberglass over the top of it all. Stringers are the bits that run the length of the boat to give it strength. There's a bit of mucking around to get the heights right, but bog helps, and once they're in place, it's 4 layers of glass over the top. It's all coming together beautifully. And Michael, to get to this point, it has been several months of preparation, hasn't it?
it has. That's just the biggest part about it is all the prep work.
Yeah. The grinding was just horrendous.
Yeah, pull all the old stuff out to make way for all the new stuff.
And everything has to be ground back and just ready to get to this point.
Yeah.
It's exciting. I'm excited. Are you excited? Do you share my excitement?
I do.
Yeah. Or I'm high on the fumes. I'm not sure which. Whatever it is, it's good.
Well, there's something for the kids. Join us next time as the Lap of Australia delivers us to beautiful Hinchinbrook Island and the fishy waters that abound. Plus, we discover a new way to reach far-flung destinations while strapped to a man. All that and more next time on Hook, Line and Sinker.